Okay, so everyone's talking about this Deevid.ai thing.
Yeah.
And we wanted to like really figure out what it is and what it does. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It seems like every day there's like a brand new AI tool that's going to change everything.
Exactly. And so we wanted to dig into it, and it is pretty impressive.
It is, yeah.
So basically, Deevid.ai is like this AI-powered video creation platform.
Yeah, so it basically lets you make like really professional looking videos from text, from images, even existing video clips.
Really?
And all in way less time than it would take to do it like the traditional way.
So I saw that it said 1 minute video generation.
Right.
And I thought, okay, is that true? Like, is it really that fast?
Yeah.
And if it is, like, what's the quality like?
That's the question, right? A lot of tools, they promise speed, but Deevid.ai seems to be really hitting both speed and quality.
Wow.
And they use some pretty advanced algorithms. I don't totally understand them.
Right.
But they analyze your input and generate these videos with smooth animations, transitions, effects, all that stuff.
So let's break that down for a second. So for someone like me who has never really touched professional video editing software,
Right.
what is actually happening?
Right.
Like, how does the AI take my kind of jumbled thoughts and turn them into something watchable?
Okay, so think of it this way. Deevid.ai's AI engine, it's like this editor, super powered editor who can process information and make creative decisions so fast, like lightning speed, right? So it analyzes your text, it figures out the context, and then it goes and finds the perfect visuals and audio from like its huge library of stuff.
So it's not just like slapping random images and clips together?
No. It's really trying to understand like the meaning behind what you're putting in to craft like a real story.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and that's a big jump forward, right? Because like traditional video editing, you have to do everything yourself. Every little cut, every transition.
I've tried this a lot.
Yeah. With Deevid.ai, you basically just give the AI the idea and it handles like all the technical stuff.
So that's where that like 1 minute magic comes in?
Yeah.
It's not just the rendering time. It's the fact that the AI is actually doing the creative work too.
Exactly. And that changes how we think about video creation. You know, like imagine you could make a high quality video for like a social media campaign or a product demo in the time it takes to make a cup of coffee.
I mean, I'm thinking of all the times that I have struggled to edit just a simple video for a project.
Right.
And this whole idea of democratizing creativity, it feels very real.
It really is. Deevid.ai and tools, like they're taking away those barriers that used to stop people from making videos.
Yeah.
You don't need that expensive software or years of training or a whole crew. You just need an idea and a few minutes.
So walk me through actually using Deevid.ai.
Okay.
It seems pretty straightforward, but I want to get a clearer picture.
Yeah. So first, obviously, you got to sign up for an account and log in.
Right.
Then you get this like really clean and intuitive interface designed to be user friendly, even if you've never edited video before.
Which is key, because if it's like intimidating or confusing, people are going to give up before they even start.
Totally. And Deevid.ai gets that accessibility is important.
Yeah.
So they made it as simple as they could.
So I'm logged in. What's next?
Yeah.
I just start typing my script.
You have options, actually.
Okay.
You can put your content in a few different ways, like text a link to an article, some images you have, or even video clips that you already have.
Okay.
So let's say you're making like a marketing campaign for a new product.
Okay.
You could put in like a little description of it, upload some product photos,
right,
and maybe even include like a little bit of a customer testimonial video that you have.
So it's not limited to just one type of input. It can like handle a mix.
Exactly. And that's what makes it so versatile. You can use it for a lot of different things.
Yeah.
It can recognize what you're giving it and process it the right way.
Okay. So I've given the AI my amazing marketing copy and some beautiful product visuals.
Okay.
What happens next? Does it just like make a video and give it back to me, or do I have any control?
So this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
So Deevid.ai takes care of all the technical stuff, but you get to be creative.
Okay.
You can pick different styles, templates, music options to make the video like really fit your brand or your message.
So I'm not just stuck with like a generic thing.
No, you get to customize it and make it your own.
That's awesome.
There are a bunch of customization options, so you can change things like the pacing, the fonts, the colors, even the music.
Cool.
It's all about finding that balance between what the AI can do automatically and your own creative input.
And that's important to me because while I do like the idea of AI doing a lot of the work,
right,
I still want it to feel like my video. You know?
Exactly. And that's where Deevid.ai is great. Yeah. It's not about replacing your creativity. It's about like making it better. It's giving you the tools to create something you couldn't before, maybe because you didn't have the time or the technical skills or the money.
Okay. I'm starting to get it. But I have to admit, I am still a little skeptical about the quality. Can an AI generated video really look as good as something made by like a professional editor?
I mean, honestly, the best way to know is to see it for yourself. But based on what we've seen and what Deevid.ai says, they're using advanced algorithms to make sure the animations and transitions are smooth. So it seems like they're trying for a really high quality result.
And the fact that they say they can make a video in a minute.
Right.
That suggests that they must be making something pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Because if it was bad, that would be a problem.
Right. The reputation depends on being fast and good.
Right.
And from what we can tell, they're doing it.
So, okay, let's say I'm convinced I want to try out Deevid.ai and see what I can do.
Okay.
What are we talking about in terms of like what I could use it for?
Okay.
We talked about marketing, but where else?
I mean, the possibilities are huge, and we're just starting to figure out what we can do with AI video generation. But beyond marketing, I can see this being incredibly useful in fields like education, for example.
Education.
Yeah.
Like imagine teachers being able to just quickly make these really engaging video lessons.
That would be amazing.
Right. Explain complex concepts visually, or even like make these little animated stories to get their students' attention.
Oh yeah, that's a game changer for sure. I remember just sitting in class watching the clock tick, like during some pretty boring lectures.
Totally.
If my teachers had had something like Deevid.ai back then, I probably would have paid more attention.
Right. And it's not just about keeping students like, you know, entertained.
Right.
It's about making learning more accessible and effective.
Yeah.
Like imagine being able to tailor videos to different learning styles.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
Create interactive exercises or even translate lessons into different languages, all with the help of AI.
That would be incredible. Okay, so we talked about marketing and education.
Yeah.
What about just like businesses in general?
Right.
I could see this being really useful for like internal communications.
Oh, for sure. Making quick updates for employees, training materials, or even like those company-wide announcements that nobody ever reads.
Yeah, instead of sending out these long emails or like really boring PowerPoints.
Exactly.
Imagine being able to just create a video message that explains everything clearly and quickly.
Right. And it would save everyone so much time.
And make communication so much better.
Okay, my mind is like racing with all the possibilities here.
Me too.
What about the travel industry?
Ooh.
I feel like they're always trying to find new ways to connect with travelers.
Right.
And video seems perfect for that.
Totally. I was just thinking the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, like think about it. Personalized video itineraries, destination guides, virtual tours of hotels and resorts.
Right.
All of that could be made so easily with AI.
That's amazing.
You could even have AI powered videos that like respond to things happening in real time.
What do you mean?
Like weather changes or flight delays.
Oh, wow.
Giving travelers the most up-to-date information.
That would definitely make traveling less stressful.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we talk about a lot of potential uses here.
We have.
But I'm wondering, what are some of the challenges or limitations of this technology?
Right.
It can't be all perfect.
Of course not. No technology is perfect, and AI video generation is still pretty new.
Right.
I think one challenge is making sure that what it makes is actually original and doesn't copy someone else's work.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
AI systems learn by looking at tons of data.
Yeah.
And there's always a risk that they might accidentally copy something without realizing it.
Especially as these AI models get more and more sophisticated.
Right.
You have to make sure they're not just spitting out old content.
Exactly. What about bias?
Ooh, that's a good point.
We know that AI systems can be biased because of the data they learn from.
Right.
So how does Deevid.ai deal with that?
That is a really important question.
It is. They know it's important to address bias and make content that's inclusive for everyone.
Good.
They're working on ways to find and fix potential biases in their algorithms. And they also want users to be aware of their own biases when they're making videos.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, because ultimately we want AI to be a force for good, right?
Right.
Not something that spreads harmful stereotypes or leaves people out.
Exactly. And that's where we humans come in.
Right.
AI can be a powerful tool,
It is.
but it's our responsibility to use it in a way that's ethical and responsible.
Yeah, we need to know its limitations and be critical of what it produces and make sure it matches our values.
So it goes back to that idea of like a partnership that we were talking about before.
It does.
It's not about humans versus machines.
Right.
It's about humans and machines working together to make something better than either one could on their own.
Exactly. And that's what makes this technology so cool. It's not about like automating jobs away.
Right.
It's about expanding our creativity and trying new things.
Okay, let's bring it back to Deevid.ai specifically.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about the big picture, but I want to make sure that people listening really understand what this platform offers and how it compares to other AI video tools out there.
Good point. Deevid.ai is one of many companies doing this kind of thing.
Right.
And it's important to understand what makes it unique.
Yeah.
One thing that sets it apart is how easy it is to use.
Okay.
They've really focused on making the interface intuitive so that anyone can create videos.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. It seems like they've really prioritized making it simple to learn and use, even for people who have never edited videos before.
Exactly. They know that not everyone's a tech expert or a professional video editor.
Right.
And they designed the platform with that in mind.
And they've done that without like sacrificing any of the features, right?
Right.
From what we've discussed, it seems like Deevid.ai has a lot of options and ways to customize things.
It does. You have a lot of control over how your videos look and feel.
Yeah.
You can choose from different styles, templates, music options,
Right.
adjust the pacing and transitions, add text overlays, even fine-tune the colors and lighting.
And all of that is still within that 1 minute time frame.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I'm still kind of amazed by how fast it is.
It is remarkable. It really shows how far AI technology has come.
It really does. Okay, let's talk about quality for a second.
Okay.
We've touched on it a few times, but I want to get a little more specific.
Right.
How does Deevid.ai make sure that its videos actually look professional and polished?
So they've put a lot of work into developing really sophisticated algorithms that analyze what you give it and generate videos that are visually appealing and interesting.
Okay.
They use techniques like motion tracking, object recognition, and scene analysis to create smooth transitions, dynamic animations, and realistic effects.
So it's not just about like randomly putting together clips and images.
Okay.
The AI is actually thinking about composition and visual flow.
It is.
And like creating a story that makes sense visually.
Exactly. And that's a key difference between Deevid.ai and some of those other more basic video generation tools.
Got it.
They're not just going for speed, they want quality and creativity.
And speaking of creativity,
I'm curious about what the user actually does in all of this.
Right.
We talked about customization options, but how much creative freedom does Deevid.ai actually give you?
that's a great question. And it goes back to that idea of humans and machines working together.
Right.
So Deevid.ai provides the tools and the AI engine.
Yeah.
But it's really up to the user to come up with the creative vision, the unique voice, the message they want to get across.
So it's not about AI replacing human creativity.
No.
It's about AI helping us express ourselves in new and innovative ways.
Exactly. It's about getting rid of the things that used to stop people from making videos,
Right.
whether that was not knowing how to do it or not having enough money or simply not having enough time.
That's what makes this technology so powerful.
Yeah.
It's not just about making videos faster or easier. It's about making it possible for more people to create videos.
And who knows what amazing things people will come up with using these tools. We're really just getting started.
Yeah, we are. Okay, I'm sold on this whole AI video generation thing now.
I knew you would be. But I have one last question before we wrap things up.
Okay.
We've talked about the benefits and the potential.
Uh-huh.
But what about the future? Where do you see this technology going in the next few years?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is.
I wish I could tell you for sure.
Right.
But based on what we're seeing now, it's clear that AI video generation is going to be a huge part of how we create and watch video content.
So we can expect even better tools, even faster processing times,
Yeah.
and even more realistic and engaging videos.
Definitely. And I think we'll also see the lines get blurred between videos made by humans and videos made by AI.
Mm.
As AI models get more advanced, it's going to be harder and harder to tell the difference.
That brings up so many interesting questions about who made what and what creativity even means.
It does.
But I think that's a conversation for another time.
Another deep dive, maybe.
Exactly. Okay, so we covered a lot.
We have.
But I think the main takeaway is that this technology is here to stay,
It is.
and it could completely change how we make and watch video content.
It really could.
And it's not something to be afraid of.
Right.
It's a chance to try new things, explore new creative ideas, and tell our stories in ways we never thought possible.
I couldn't have said it better myself. So we're back.
And ready to like wrap up our deep dive into Deevid.ai.
I feel like we covered a lot.
We did, yeah. From how Deevid.ai actually works to like what it could mean for different industries and like even just thinking about the big picture of AI video generation.
Right, all the big questions.
It's been a journey, and honestly, I'm feeling a lot more excited about it than I was at the beginning.
Yeah.
I was a little skeptical at first,
Mhm.
but I'm starting to see the potential.
Well, it makes sense to be skeptical. You know, it's
Yeah.
such a new technology and it's changing so fast that it's hard to really grasp all the possibilities.
Yeah, and I think that's part of what makes it so interesting.
Totally. It's like we're on the edge of something totally new.
Exactly, and we have no idea what we're going to find.
Right, and it's a little scary too, right?
Yeah, like if anyone could just make a professional looking video with like a click of a button,
Right.
what happens to video?
Yeah.
Will we just be like drowning in AI generated videos?
That's a good question, and it's something that everyone's going to have to think about, you know?
Yeah.
Content creators, marketers, educators, everyone. But I don't think it has to be a bad thing.
Okay.
Think about it, like when the printing press was invented, it led to like this huge increase in written content.
Right.
AI video generation could do the same thing for video, and that could be a good thing if it means we get to hear from more people with different voices and perspectives.
I like that way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
Not about AI replacing human creativity.
Yeah.
It's about AI making it bigger.
Exactly, giving more people the tools to tell their stories.
Right, and just like the printing press didn't get rid of writers and editors,
Right.
AI video generation won't get rid of the need for human creativity and storytelling.
It won't, and it might even make those skills even more important.
Because now it's not just about like knowing how to edit a video.
Right.
It's about being able to tell a story that people care about.
Exactly, to connect with an audience, to stand out from all the noise.
And that's where humans will always be better than machines, right?
Right, we can empathize, we understand emotions, we can make art that really speaks to people.
And those are things that AI can't really do.
Exactly, not yet anyway.
So in a way, this technology is pushing us to be even more human.
Yeah, I like that.
To focus on the things that make us special and unique.
It's forcing us to think about what it means to be human in a world where machines can do so much.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing you want our listener to remember?
I think the most important thing is this. Don't be afraid of AI.
Okay.
You know, embrace it, explore it, experiment with it, see what you can do with it, because this technology is here to stay.
It is.
And it has the potential to unlock some really incredible things for creativity, innovation, and connection.
I agree. And who knows, maybe someday you'll be making amazing videos with the help of AI.
You never know, the future's wide open.
Well, that's it for our deep dive on Deevid.ai. We hope you learned something and maybe even feel inspired to try something new.
Definitely go out there and make some videos.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.